Meet Mya Stevens. Mya Stevens is an amazing oncology and remedial massage therapist who's been working in our program now for the last 5 months. She's just had 9 straight weeks of free booking after years at plateauing at 5 to 10 clients a week. Listen in how she talks about what she did to work on her mindset. She learnt the power of rest. She learnt how accountability can help take her business forward, and what she's been able to implement on the fact that she's been able to learn to rest and take great action, rest with excellence, take great action with excellence, and to hear what her journey has been and how she's been able to be fully booked consistently for 9 weeks straight.
I've been fully booked for the past 9 weeks, and it's still, I just go, whoa, when I say that out loud. Super cool compared to the 5 to 10 I was seeing for years. I don't need to do more qualifications because that was keep going on round and around in my head as well. It was like, if only I was more qualified, I'd get more clients. Like, nah, not at all. Your marketing sucks, Mya. You need to start working on this stuff. I think it just helps to give you clarity about where you're going. I think it's about saying, what do you want? And a lot of us know what we don't want, but we don't know what we actually want. My name's Mya, and my company is Prana Remedial and Oncology Massage. I started working for myself about maybe 5 years ago, and got my qualifications about 7 years ago. So since then, I have done quite a lot of teaching, which I love, teaching massage. And I was supplementing my massage income from my business with having a lot of other jobs. So now I did the Fully Book Without Burnout program late last year, and then transitioned into six-figure therapist in April this year.
Let's talk about where you were before you did Fully Booked. So, like, how many clients were you seeing a week? What were some of the challenges you were facing before we stepped into that program?
In a gym environment, which was not, aligning with my values. So she was running a business, that's cool. I was running my business, and they just weren't really, they weren't really meshing that well. So I was kind of embarrassed to have clients coming in, and it was this weird situation where I wanted more clients, but was like, sorry, So probably at that stage for about a year. So that was all of last year. I was in the gym seeing probably between 5 to 10 clients a week.
Yeah, and kind of not happy with the environment. So, and I know that this can sometimes a little bit woo-woo, but if internally you're not comfortable with your environment, you are not going to put the time and effort and energy in to then actually market your business, put yourself out there, because there has to be that sense of pride of where you're working from and going, yep, you know what, I've got this. Yep. I'm open for business and ready to rock.
Absolutely. It's kind of like, come to my Christmas party, just try and ignore my drunken uncle in the corner. It was super embarrassing, and
Okay. So then walk us through what happened. So you were in a place you didn't like. What was the catalyst for you, or what did you start to put in place when you decided now's the time to move? What did you start looking for, and talk us through that process?
So I'd seen you on Facebook and signed up for Fully Booked, and that really started changing some huge cogs in my head. We had conversations exactly like this about, you just can't grow a business in a place that you're not comfortable in. Doesn't really make sense. It doesn't work. So I started putting feelers out other places to see, if anyone had a room for rent, and just nothing doing. So I actually just strolled up the road to a business to do a bit of networking and say hello. And sure enough, she hadn't advertised the room, but this gorgeous osteo up the road said, I actually do have a room coming up soon. And I was like, yeah. So I said, be quite interested in that. Thanks. And yeah, and it all worked out, and it's just a really cool place to work.
So you were seeing sort of 5 to 10 clients a week. We did fully booked. You moved into the new place. Then what happened with the business between sort of ending fully booked and then starting our 12-month accelerator program, incubator program, sorry.
So I moved into the clinic in February, and I started Six-Figure Therapist in April.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a couple of promotions going on. Yeah, my clients are increasing because of all the implementations I've done since fully booked. But I was like, okay, now I'm ready to like put on my Superwoman cape and fly, and I really, really want to expand. I really wanted my own clinic at the time, but I don't think I was quite ready. I think I needed this stage first. So.
Yeah, cool. So let's talk about, then we had a conversation. You were like, I've got my right location. I've got my marketing on point now. I'm building my client base, but I need something else. I need some accountability. You currently had a couple of other jobs as well that you were still doing. So you're trying to do massage and oncology and work in a palliative care unit and a couple of other jobs. And I'm like, we've got to work on this human doing business and kind of cut a few things down in a way that's going to work with your map of the world as well, so that we can actually focus on growing your business for the goals and plans that you have for the future. So that was the kind of conversation we had. So let's talk through that journey. So it's been 5 months now, 5 months. Where are we at? Yeah, 4 or 5 months. And let's talk through. So how many clients a week were you seeing back then, and how many clients a week are you seeing now, specifically in the last 9 weeks?
9 weeks. So now I am between 15 and 20 clients regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I've been fully booked for the past 9 weeks, and it's still, I just go, whoa, when I say that out loud. Super cool compared to the 5 to 10 I was seeing for years. Just, yeah. So it's about shifting focus, and you go, this is my business. Own it. Don't be scared of it. I don't need to do more qualifications, because that was keep going on round and round in my head as well. It was like, if only I was more qualified, I'd get more clients. Like, nah, not at all. Your marketing sucks, Mya. You need to start working on this stuff.
Yeah.
And having accountability and being comfortable with numbers. So I was like a complete number phobe. It's like, whoa, I don't want to know about that. But now and you know this, I am a massive dork when it comes to numbers. So at the end of the week, I'm like, oh, I want to put my numbers in my spreadsheet. So yeah.
That's an accountability step that we track every week. We track the numbers of our clients for 2 reasons. Number one, what gets measured gets done, so that you are actually seeing those numbers. But number two, it's also for our accountability to make sure that the steps you're taking are actually, we're seeing a growth in your business. So James and I sit down over coffee, we have a look at those numbers. It gives people the opportunity to give feedback. Hey, I need help on this. But also to be able to go, you know what, and we'll reach out to clients and say, well done, biggest week ever. This is awesome. Because sometimes when we're so focused on doing the do, we forget. We actually don't even realize that we are growing our business really successfully. And so if someone's saying, hey, shout out, go you, it's like, oh, that's really cool. Because you don't get that.
Absolutely. You're so focused on your goals. It's just like, yeah, I've done that, whatever. What's next? So yeah, this way you can, you guys are great at doing that. And just saying, stop. Yeah. Well done. Pat yourself on the back. You rock.
Take the time.
Yeah.
So one of the first things that we had to get you to do was to actually rest a little bit more in the chaos of it all. Do you want to talk through, maybe even mention our squirrel at this point, and talk through some of the very first challenge that I set for you was to take a lunch break.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that, Leash. So I'm still really comfortable with the whole lunch break thing. But no, you're absolutely right. I thought that if you rest, you will waste time, and resting is for losers. And it is absolutely the opposite. I don't think I've told you this actually, but I'm taking a day off a week now. So I'm actually taking Sundays off, started
Wow.
this week,
Yeah.
which is huge for me after the conversations we've had. And just the, like, waking up on a Monday morning and being like, woohoo, like a little power pack, ready to go. Having lunch breaks, even if it's just half an hour at clinic, makes a huge difference to the rest of the shift. So,
and how did you build the muscle around that? Because it wasn't just like, oh, cool, I'll block it out, happy days. Did you stare at anything for a little while when you very first had to do it? Because I said, I want you to take a 15-minute lunch break. She said, can it just be 5?
Yeah. So Leisha and I use this device, Secret Squirrels. So this is the boss in my office. So this little guy will watch me, and if I don't take breaks, then
we had this conversation because Maya showed me her wall. Like I said, like it's got all of her planners on it and all the steps and encouraging stuff. But there was this scary squirrel that kind of just stared at her. And I'm like, what's with the squirrel? Like, I've seen squirrels for reals in Washington. They are the most ADHD creatures on the planet. They are hilarious and they actually love to play. And so we kind of had to kind of flip the squirrel from being a starey, get your stuff done, kind of, to squirrels are fun, let's play and let's have a bit of fun. And, you know, I think it was your birthday when you first joined the program, and I said, give your squirrel, give him some nuts and give him the day off. Like, just have some fun. Let's talk about retreats. So each quarter we have quarterly retreats in Six Figure Therapist. Talk us through your experience of the last retreat that was in the Gold Coast.
So good. It was the best. It was just the best. Like, everything about it was awesome. And, you know, I'm a very honest person. And one of the only places I've been, particularly in a business environment, where everyone is 100% supportive of you. So, you know, you don't know these people very well when you start. It's a little bit like, I don't know what to expect. But you get there, you guys are fantastic and super welcoming. The group is just full of cool, committed, awesome people. So not only are you learning lots of techniques and things like that, but you're building this amazing support network with just, the best people ever.
4-day retreats, which is once a year on the Gold Coast. We have a fun day in the middle of it. And this year we went and did, this is what I was thinking you were telling me really honestly.
Yeah.
So this year we actually went to a resort and just chilled out for the day. And I thought that, you know, maybe we could go to Dreamworld, throw ourselves down the giant drop, and that would scare the, you know, bejesus out of everyone. And we had some feedback that we're always working so hard, can we just chill? And I'm like, awesome. Now, I may not have chosen the most exciting location for that chilling episode, but what it did do was highlight a bunch of people that did not like to stop. And because we had caught a boat to the island, the ferry to the island, you couldn't leave. You had to sit there and chill. The pool was too cold, so we couldn't actually jump in it. And the bar didn't open till 12. And we got there at 8:30. So Maya, amongst a few others, also lost their minds a little bit. Like, let's be honest. Let's be really honest about it. Like, I hate this. This sucks. What are we doing? And it was a really great opportunity for growth, because I always think most of the time people are very close to a breakthrough when they're having a massive tantrum. Maya was one of my tantrumers. It was great because I knew it's like a kid when they get really cross and you know that your boundary is about to be set, which is cool. Yeah. So what was the biggest learning that you had from that day?
You just gotta relax. Like, I was so twitchy and I couldn't sit still, and I was like, hey, now I'm gonna do this, now I'm gonna do that, and it just, you've got to just relax and just be in it. So when you're in your business, be in your business, but when you are having a relaxing day and you're trapped and there's only a boat in and out, just accept it and have fun. Enjoy it.
And what did taking time to rest do for your business? Because what's happened in the last 9 weeks since you had that breakthrough around rest?
It's exploded.
To which we've actually, because part of Maya's plan is to scale and to hire people, and we've actually had to fast track that because her results have grown quicker than we anticipated.
Yep. I'm still a little bit, whoa, what just happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we're actually looking at hiring now and going through the process of bringing on board a staff member and stuff like that. So it's super exciting because that is part of the goals. So now we get to go, oh crap, what am I doing? You know, again. So we've gone through accountability has been huge. You're enjoying numbers now, which has been massive. You actually track them each week and you get excited by putting them in. You're getting a lot of out of the personal development side of the program, as well as obviously business results are changing and shifting. What are some other things that you've experienced that you wanted to share with us today?
I think that I'm so grateful for you guys in the way that you recognize how people work. So like for me, you know, I'm very, very driven and I want, you know, the business empire. But so I had all this, you know, this passion and I love my job and all these goals, but I didn't really know how to do it. So, you know, people were saying to me, oh, you know, you should stop working for other people and put more time into your business. It's like, I don't know how to do that. Like, I suck at sales. I'm not a born marketer. I don't know what to do. So what is just the best about you guys is that you'll recognize, like some of us, like you'll need some pretty broad goals. It's like, okay, so get your Facebook account up and running, get this done, you know, market in the paper or whatever. But some of us need tiny steps. So I need you to go turn on computer, type Facebook in, no, Facebook, FACE, like just tiny. So you recognize that if you said to me, set up a Facebook business account, I'd be like, what? So that's what I really appreciate, and not feeling ashamed, like I'm comfortable enough to go, I don't know, it's just too much, it's just too big. Can you break it down for me? I think a lot of massage therapists love what they do, but it's not about getting more qualifications. It's not about, you know, being better, getting another certificate for your wall. It's about how many people know about you. So I think if you can do that, you'll fly, and that's what you guys have helped me do. So thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what would be the number one piece of advice that you would give to somebody who was maybe in a similar situation to you in the past, that you would like to share with them that you think would help them on their journey?
I think, joining with you guys was the best thing I've ever done. I think it just helps to give you clarity about where you're going. I think it's about saying, what do you want? And a lot of us know what we don't want, but we don't know what we actually want. To have a huge empire as well, that's cool too. How are we going to do it? Break it down into smaller pieces. You know, you've got your 12-month goals, and then just break it down. So, you know, it's what you want, and then work towards that. I think
that's amazing. So actually figuring out what it is that you want, and you're right, often we'll focus on what we don't want, and so we attract that into our lives because that's what we're focusing on. It's like, don't think about a purple elephant flying around the room right now. Don't think about it. It's flying around the room. So we want to look at, and sometimes it's good to actually write down, what don't I want, and then flip that. Literally write down the opposite of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't want to be surrounded by this, and I don't. Awesome. Well, what do I want? Well, actually, I really want to be, you know, this. And some people, you know, some people, like I say, some people don't want to take over the world, and that's okay. And some people actually do. Like, they actually want to take over the world, and that's okay too. It's okay to have a massive vision, and to be really excited by that, and to have that success celebrated. And I think that's what you're saying, like just being able to go, right, what is it that I actually want, and having the courage to language that, put it out there, and then figure out a plan to make it happen. Like, what's my 12-month goals? What's my 90-day goals? What are my 30-day goals? What do I have to do this week to ensure that that actually gets worked out?
Yeah.
And it's so incredibly empowering to have that clarity, to be able to go, I just have to do this, 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 and this. So I do have to open up my computer, open Facebook, do a couple of things, tick.
Yeah.
One of the things that we got you to do through Facebook was 30-day Facebook lives.
Because I said to you, tell me whatever, I'll do whatever you say. So you got free license. So 30 days of Facebook lives. At the start, I was shaking. I think it took me 45 minutes to do my first one because I kept deleting it. I was like, oh no, I can't. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm outside, I'm freezing. I'm just going to do it and post it. And it was really interesting. By sort of the end of the first week, you actually start to enjoy it. And you sort of go, is that right? I don't know about that. And then you get to get all this feedback from your friends and your clients and stuff going, I loved your lives. They're really cool. And then when I stopped, people were like, where are your lives? I was like, well, I'm doing other things now. I don't have time to do lives all the time. They're like, oh, I was really enjoying them, and got clients from it too. So it was like with doing the Facebook ads and the marketing and stuff, that was like a reminder every day. And people are like, I just keep seeing your face everywhere. I'm just going to book in.
Nice. That familiarity. And they say that you need 7 touch points to make a decision to buy. But they actually reckon with what we consume through social media on a daily basis, you actually need 70. So the fact that you are literally hitting them everywhere is that is what the 6-figure. And I love that from, I've got to do it live. Oh my gosh. To, hey guys, I just wanted to share the feedback. I've loved it and my clients are loving it and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this is awesome.
And I'm not wearing any makeup and I don't have a script. Hi.
And the sun didn't not come up in the morning. The birds didn't fall out of the sky. And hey, I got my name out there and I got clients. I built my business. Woohoo! Ticking lots of great boxes.
Yeah.
I love it. But being able to challenge yourself to get outside your comfort zone, because that is, ultimately that's what we've done with you for the last 4 or 5 months, is just every time you're like, this is good, we celebrate that and then go, cool, let's raise the bar. And she's like, damn, okay. Okay. And then she's like, I'm good with this. And we're like, yeah, legend. Okay, let's raise the bar. And that is how business growth happens. Because if you want to get from 5 or 10 clients a week to empire in 12 months, you have to do the work that you probably think you're going to have to do in 5 years. Across a 5-year period, we just jam that into 12 months, which means you have to just keep growing. Now, it's not as intense it's not like every single day, but there is some stuff that's like, you've just got to tick. And there's other stuff that's like, and that's cool. Because we feel that resistance, but it's that pushing through and moving through that path of most resistance that actually enables us to be able to be fully booked for 9 weeks straight and look at hiring and actually fast tracking that, because I've got too many clients and now I've got a waiting list and I'm actually pushing people away.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. And had to add another day too. I had to add, Mondays. So, yeah.
Which is why you're now taking Sundays off. And I know that you're actually doing that, which is recharging the batteries. And so it's actually learning about how to prioritize and how to put yourself first and how to actually do what you need to be able to fill your cup so that you can treat with excellence every time.